Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. Well, Zelensky, the president who's rallying the Ukrainian people, has legalized crypto in the country. And I hope this leads the EU and the US to have better regulations on cryptocurrency or more friendly regulations on cryptocurrency. Because you know that they're both supporting Ukraine in the Ukraine-Russia fight. So they can't just clamp down on crypto because of Russia, because Ukraine is using it to basically fight for their freedom from Russia. So, Ukrainian President Zelensky has legalized crypto in the country, signing into law a bill on virtual assets amid a frenzy of digital asset donations to support the country's defense against the Russian invasion. So there have been last I heard, there's been over $37 million in donations to Ukraine, and he obviously wants to make use of those donations. Despite maybe some people are using crypto to get money out of Ukraine, because they're being bombed and stuff, they actually want probably broader use of cryptocurrencies because it can help them in their funding against the fight against Russia. The law determines the legal status, classification, ownership, and regulators of virtual assets, as well as setting registration requirements for crypto service providers, the Ministry of Digital Transformation laid out in a statement Wednesday. The market will be regulated by Ukraine's National Commission on Securities and the stock market. Exchanges will be able to operate legally, so it will be legal for exchanges to operate in Ukraine, and banks will open accounts for them, the digital ministry said in a tweet. So banks should be pretty friendly towards exchanges in Ukraine. Very, very good development. I think this has definitely come as a result of the Russian invasion and how vital a role crypto has played for Ukraine during this invasion. You might not be able to get money there with fiat, but you can get there with virtual wallets and crypto. This is from CoinDesk. The state body is tasked with shaping and pursuing a policy in the field of virtual assets. So essentially, despite the fact that they're at war, they're going to have a policy on digital assets. I do believe the war will end sooner or later, and Ukraine will be much, much more friendly towards crypto. So that's another European domino falling. And there are many European dominoes falling, so I believe the EU will eventually basically fully adopt crypto. The US should be able to follow along in the years to come because the EU and the US are big trading partners, and with the rest of the world adopting crypto, the US may not have any choice. Now, an update on how much they've actually received via crypto. Ukraine has received over $100 million in crypto donations over the past 3 weeks from people who want to support its defense and help its humanitarian efforts. Obviously, there's a lot of support, and it comes in form of crypto. So Zelensky's like, you know what? They're giving us a lot of money. We could use this later on as well. So he's really broadening the scope of crypto. The bill actually passed on February 17th, but he actually signed it into office. The Ministry of Finance is working on amendments to the country's tax and civil codes to fully launch the market for virtual assets. It is going to be taxed and regulated like it is anywhere else, but they are like a major minor country, especially in the light of world events right now, that will really adopt virtual assets, and it's actually been signed into law. Now, this honestly has been in the works for a while. It's almost been a month since the bill has been drafted and gone through basically their houses of Congress and stuff. But Zelensky did sign it into law, and I think he's going to be pretty favorable towards crypto because Ukraine's received over $100 million in crypto donations to fund their war effort. And that money is very important in terms of funding defense, humanitarian causes, and of course, buying weapons from elsewhere. I do think the EU might actually look a little bit more friendly on crypto, seeing its purpose in this kind of conflict. There definitely might be a way to fund resistance and fund other countries that might actually be the target of a Russian invasion or other invasion later on. There's probably going to be more proxy wars in the future. By proxy wars, I mean the US and Russia, or the US and the EU don't really, or NATO don't want really to confront each other, so they use other battlefields to fight these little proxy wars for supremacy, because obviously a confrontation directly between Russia and the US or Russia and NATO would be disastrous for the world. And as these regions are raging in battle, crypto can be a way to fund the people in these regions or fund the various sides that are either against you or with you. So, very, very interesting development in Ukraine. A very good development for crypto. Opens up a lot of use cases, and I think it will make Europe and eventually the United States more amenable to cryptocurrency advances. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.